don't know if many of y'all have noticed, but I haven't been posting recently, specifically for the past 4 months on my Instagram page, publicly, and the reason was that I got an injury like 4 months ago. It was, to say the least, one of the darkest moments of my life, if not the darkest moment of my life, because it took away the one thing, or one of the few things that gave me real enjoyment in this life, and that's powerlifting. Many of you might want to know, how could powerlifting be one of the most important things in your life? How could this sport, where you have to come to a gym like this and train for hours and put yourself in their pain and agony, and then have to go home and do it all again the next day while doing schoolwork, be something enjoyable to you? I think people have misconceptions about it, but this thing is more to me than just lifting weight. For the most part, the injury has taught me a lot. It's made me aware of my body, it's made me aware of the way that I train, it made me aware of a lot of things, and I hope that I can explain these things to you. Well, I have to say that while I was injured and on the recovery stage, there were times that I didn't want to continue. Like, there were times that I felt so down, like I was in dark places, and it was to the point where come in training, and I would train, and I would feel some pain in the injured area, and I would just stop the training, and I would leave, and as I reached outside the gym door, I would break down in tears, because it was so hard for me to deal with. But then I sat down one night and I told myself, hey, if this is paining you so much, it means that you care about it a lot, with your whole heart. And it meant that if I care about it that much, then there has to be a reason why I am doing this in the first place. Now, I'm a very religious individual. I believe in God, and I'm a Christian, which meant that I can do all things through Christ. So with that in mind, and knowing that I believe that God gave me the talent and the ability to do this very specific sport, I knew that I had to give it my all and I had to push through. So my motivation was generally just acknowledging the love that I had for the sport and the goals that I had in the sport. The whole thing about it is that I'm still learning, and I think that's one of the things I would tell anybody who's just getting into gym in general and just getting into powerlifting, is that you have to always be prepared to learn, and from anywhere. You can learn from somebody who's not in gym, you can learn from somebody who's in gym, you can learn from somebody who just started or has been in it for years. And when you could be humble enough to accept criticisms and teachings from anywhere, that's when you'll go the fastest. And I think that's what helped me grow in the sport very quickly, is that I asked questions, and I asked from anybody, didn't matter who it was, I would listen to you if you're willing to help me. So that's one of the best things I would tell somebody. Also, you'd have to ensure that you love the sport, because the sport demands a lot, and it's not something that can easily be done and then you just go home and rest. My list, well, my current maxes as of November, the last time I tested my 100 maxes, my deadlift is 560 pounds, which is about 255 kilograms. My bench press is 265 pounds, which is about 120 kilograms. And my squat is 440 pounds, which is about 200 kilograms. And my goals for this year, well, when the year started, was to squat 500, to deadlift 600, and to bench anywhere around 300. The goals are slightly adjusted because of the injury, and I have to be aware of the time that I lost while I was recovering, because I wasn't really training while I was recovering. Per se, I was more doing lighter weights until the injury actually recovered. But for the main part of the rest of the year, I hope to at least get close to 600 on the deadlift, and I hope to get closer to 500 on the squat. If I get them, great. If I don't, I want to be as close to it as possible to leapfrog to next year to be able to get better things. And the bench, I literally just want anything over 300, honestly. Like anywhere close to that, I'm happy, because bench is not really my strong point as yet. Yeah, I'm on Instagram. Handle is at Tyrrell.Dominic.560. That's Tyrrell, Tyrrell. Dominic, DOMINIC.560. And my YouTube name is just Dominic Tyrrell. 2 R's and 2 L's and Tyrrell. No capital letters in the Instagram name either.